Hello everybody and welcome back to Manor Lords, where we are currently working on getting our harvest done for this year. Now we've only got 3 families assigned to the farmhouse here. Temporarily, we might want to pull a family out of the mining pits and out of the stonecutter camp to double our amount of families assigned to the farmhouse, because we've got a lot of work to do out over here. So let's do that, and let's just cruise on forward. Now, these families here, yes, I know that there's unassigned families needed for construction work. These families here, or rather these fields here, they're going to be fallow. These fields are not. So we're just waiting for the harvest to finish over here. This field, harvest just finished. We're going to make that be fallow. Although I don't know that we need to crop rotate over here, there's so much fertility, but it's still probably for the best. So this field here is not quite fully harvested. There's one spot right there. Okay. Awkward. There we go. We got that under control. This is now going to be fallow. And we're now harvesting this wheat field. Perfect. So that seems fine. We're hauling stuff around. Yeah, exposed stalks are getting soaked. That is understood. We're working on it. It is currently still September, and I feel like we're doing pretty well here. If we come out over this direction, these are going to get replanted. We probably need to do crop rotation up here, though. So that is noted. Down over here, we're starting to plow. Beautiful. That is good timing on the plowing. I like it. Unfortunately, it's not so good over this way. Now, we've already assigned this to be wheat, and we'll keep an eye on what we want these to be for the moment. As far as these fields go, we're just waiting on this field to get harvested. It's almost done. Okay, now it is done, and we can have that be fallow. So these 3 fields are all going to be fallow. These 3 fields next year will be worked. So we need to get them plowed up and planted as soon as we can. It's weird to me that that happens in the fall. Is that a historical technique that they would do the plowing and planting in the fall? Maybe. I don't know. My understanding is that's usually done in the spring, but maybe that's a modern thing. I don't know. That might be. For now, of course, we've got a lot of work to do yet. So we got to get the harvest in, we got to get the harvest processed, and we got to get this plowing completed. The plowing is the priority right now. Well, getting the harvest brought in is the priority, to be honest. But then after that, getting the plowing done. So let's check out over here. Let's see what this field is at. It's currently wheat. Okay, so these 2 fields are wheat. 15% on barley and flax. Okay, this is 32% flax. We might want to keep this one on flax. And then this could be the barley field. This is only 11% barley right now. Actually, 25% barley down here seems good. And then this would remain wheat. And then this field here can be whatever is highest, because we've already got, it'll probably be wheat. We've already got everything else good to go. So that sounds good. Let's get this field harvested. This is the last harvest. The royal tax has gone up. Okay. This is the last harvest that we need to do. They have stopped actually plowing and sowing progress. That's weird. There's still some harvest to be done over here. They just stopped and started hauling stuff. I'm not sure why they did that, to be honest. We could burn the rest of this. There's no additional barley here. So let's just burn that field. And then we can plant wheat here. That'll be fine. Cool. So that should be good to go. Now, we're still working on plowing out over here with oxen. That's absolutely understood. We've got a lot of plowing to do over this way. These guys over here, how are they doing on their plowing? They are definitely progressing it. It's going to take some time. Do we have an oxen in this farmhouse? No, we don't have the heavy plow branch. Okay, understood. So that is fine. If we come back over here, does this have the heavy plow? It does. So at this point, we are beginning to plow. And we do have an ox over here. Okay. The ox is moving kind of awkwardly, but that's fine. We just need to get these fields. Yeah, these are fallow. We just need to get these 3 fields done over here. So that's not a big deal. Over here, the plowing is going to be much more extensive, and I'm still not convinced. Actually, we can put 2 additional families on it. I'm still not convinced, even with the number of families we have working on this right now, that this is all going to be done before winter. In fact, I'm reasonably certain it's not going to be. Why do we have flax over here? This must be a graphical bug, because this is not plowed, this is not sown. This must be a graphical bug. Okay. That's not a big deal. Cool. Well, we're definitely going to have more families continue to work on the plowing as we get additional families over here. In fact, we just had another one move in. And let's fill out the farmhouse with every available family. So this is now 16 families working on farming. And we've got a little bit under 2 months to get these fields plowed. So, we do not have oxen over here, I don't think, do we? We do not. So, we could certainly use getting some additional stable space, and I think we should. So, a construction of a hitching post, and of course we don't have a family for this, but a construction of a hitching post here would be good. We haven't built a pack station. That's definitely noted. But I want another hitching post here, and we're going to upgrade that to a stable later on. And we'll get a couple of additional oxen. So that'll be fine. We're up to 610 in the regional wealth here, I just noticed. So that means that our 5% tax here is not being negative on the regional wealth. That is good. That is very good. We might want to be on a... I don't know. How's our food? 6 months? Fuel is down to 2 months. Okay, I'm wondering right now... We've got 106 firewood in storage. It should be fine, right? We should have more than 2 months of fuel here. I mean, granted, we do have a lot of burgages. That is true. No doubt about it. Well, we're also working on bringing it into charcoal, so it should be relatively fine. I think I'm going to assign a family here. We'll have no family assigned to construction, but we're not really trying to build anything over here right now. So that's okay. We have a family assigned to that windmill. Do we have a family assigned to the communal oven? We do not. We do have a family in the church, though, and we can pull that family out and put them in the communal oven. Okay, that seems good. So the windmill should be working right now, or very soon should be. And yes, I know that we don't have anyone over here, but we do have housing, so when we grow, this should be fine. They should go into construction. So no problem there. Here we've got 4 months of food, but we just had an absolutely enormous harvest. We've got 132 wheat over here right now, and we've got 4 wheat over here right now. I'm not hugely enthused about that amount of wheat, but that is going to be ground into flour. Yeah, we've got 181 flour in here as well. We may want to put a second family into the communal oven eventually as well. So that'll be fine. We can certainly do that. And as far as this farmhouse goes, I would like to get 2 permanent livestock assigned to it. But for now, we're just going to continue working on plowing the fields by hand, which is definitely not great. But I mean, plows, like oxen plows, they're faster, no doubt about it. But they follow a really inefficient path. So there is that. Okay. Up over this direction, yes, saving has finished. How are we doing on getting these fields done? So this field is being sown. These fields are still being worked on as far as plowing goes. Okay, so Nuslo is definitely going to have its fields all completed. Tithe paid, food given away, yes. So we're up to 2.2k influence, that's noticed. So over here in Waldbrand, of course, we just had another family move into the communal oven. That'll be fine. We gotta work through this flour backlog that we've got right now. And, of course, we're going to turn this wheat into grain. That is understood. And next year, we should have very large harvests. In theory. Because we're able to get through this a lot faster. That said, it's November right now. Are we convinced that our plowing is going to be done? Not exactly, to be honest. We're not exactly convinced about that. We'll see. We will see. So we're sowing over here right now, and we're done sowing over here. Actually, we're still finishing it right now. It should be finished very shortly. This field is being sown. So we're going to have some fields growing over the winter for sure. Down over this direction, this field, not plowed. They're only plowing it with the ox. So that's noted. How are we doing for stable space over here? We're at 2? Okay. Where is our hitching post / stable? I assume it's around here somewhere. That's the woodcutter's lodge there. That's the storehouse. That's the communal oven. That's the saw pit. I wouldn't mind putting another family into the farmhouse for right now. Where is our hitching post here? It must exist, right? I want to know if it's been upgraded to a stable. Yeah, here it is, right here. So that's fine. We should probably get another one built. So not a storehouse. I wanted a hitching post. So that'll go right down over here. Okay. We've got one family working on that. Now, unfortunately, these guys are not plowing this field by hand. I wish that they were. That means that this field is likely not going to be done before the spring. So that is unfortunate. This field is going to be done, so we'll have a pretty decent yield of wheat there. That seems fine. This field might be done as well. This field is done, as is this one. Okay, so this finished, and now we're going to finish up our plowing here. A lot of our guys headed up to the other side there. We didn't finish this plowing because it's December. Okay. So it is now officially December, and that means that all of this is lacking. So that is fine. We just had 2 families move in. I wouldn't mind having another in the windmill, I think. And we do have this brewery up over here, but I feel like it's not actually doing anything. I don't know. Do we need to further process the barley in some way? We don't have barley sitting in our granary. I think we're just not growing enough barley. I think that's the answer there. So that is fine. I'm not too concerned about that. So Nuslo managed to get its entire area under cultivation. So that is indicative that we do not need more families than this. That's good. Waldbrand did not. I'm wondering if we can get this all under cultivation if we simply get 2 more oxen. That might be a possibility. As far as down over here goes, I think getting 1 additional ox would be good. And we probably should. So we can order an ox here, but we don't have enough wealth, and that's understood. We should, however, delete this field, like I said previously. It's currently a fallow field, and I want to redo that field. Specifically, I want to have it come from this corner up here and run all the way to the edge over like so. And then sit like that. There we go. And it is going to be fallow this year. So that is a very large field, of course. No doubt about that. But I do want to get another oxen brought in over here. Now, we are lacking in any sort of income over here. We're definitely going to want to build a trading post at some point. And now seems like a decent point for that. Let's get that underway. We've got 2 families on construction at the moment. I'm going to pull 3 families off of this farmhouse. I'm going to put 1 back into this mining pit. I'm going to put 1 into the bloomery. I'm going to put 1 into this mining pit, 1 into the clay furnace, and then I'm going to put 1 in the stonecutter camp. That means we have none on construction, but we have available living space. Do we have anybody in the windmill right now? We do not. So we should have someone in the windmill, and we should have someone in a communal oven. So 1 here and 1 here. We're going to have to wait for population growth on that. We've got 9 months worth of food, so I'm not concerned about that. Okay. No unassigned families to guide the ox. Yes, that is understood. So we're going to have some population growth here. That is fine. we definitely needed to get this under cultivation, and that pretty much means that this new hitching post here needs to be a thing. So we're going to get that constructed, and we're going to need to import some oxen over the winter. We can already import one, apparently, and we should probably do that right now. Not enough stable space. We're at 9 of 9. I don't know what you're talking about. Regardless, we're building this hitching post, and it'll be fine. Assuming we actually get around to building it. Which is, apparently, a bit of a problem. Highest priority on that. We just finished construction of a food stall, so, you know, that's something. I'd very much like to build the hitching post, though, please. We now have a second family on construction here. We could maybe put one of those families into the windmill, and that seems okay. Is anyone going to build the hitching post? I feel like this is a repeat of last time we were trying to build a hitching post. Exciting. Very exciting. They'll build it eventually, in theory. And I do want to have 2 permanent livestock assignment down over here. So that'll be fine. We're going to bring in 2 new oxen, but we want to have the oxen available for our farms here. Wonderful. So this is all absolutely fine. Although I'm wondering how we're doing on our military here. We've got 583 treasury at this moment, with our royal tax being 345. We may want to consider getting some additional retinue here. So, 1, 2, and how many more can we get? 345 is our target amount. Okay. So, 433, and then we can get 1 more, bringing us down to 383, and 9 of 24 in our Waldbrand retinue. Beautiful. Now, eventually, we're going to want to do a retinue down over here as well. We're going to want to put in a manor, but we really do need to get this trading post built first, and that'll take some time. Our pantry is full. Yes. Actually, our granary is full, and we should just upgrade that. For now, I'm going to pull a family out of the mining pit and out of the windmill. Where was this other one at? Because we want to go to construction for the moment. We do have 12 months of fuel. I'm going to pull a family out of the woodcutter's lodge. That'll do. We'll need to definitely put that back in eventually, but that is fine. Our generic storage up here is full. So it is. Well, we're working on trading as much as we can. Oh, this hitching post is finally being worked on. Fantastic. Okay, that is now done. So I do want to upgrade that to a small stable. And we'll get going on that. And we'll import another ox as soon as we can. Trader will be available in 10 days, so that looks good. Wonderful. So we're going to have to pay our royal tax fairly soon. No doubt about that. But let's get this ox available in 5 days. And there's some income there. So we're up to 436 gold right now. Noted. We're going to probably wait to further retinue until our tax is paid. That'll be fine. This did not update, did it? It did not. Okay. So we'll place that order. Perfect. And eventually this stable will get built. But when? Let's hop down over here and see how things are going here. We currently have 2 available families. I want one of those in the windmill right now. So that'll be perfect. And we should be waiting in the communal oven. Yeah, we need to get this flour all set up here. We've got it ground into grain, but this granary needs to get updated. Perfect. And this trading post will get finished soon enough as well. So what are we going to do with the trading post? Well, we're going to sell something. Food? We could export food from here. That's definitely a thing we could do. But for now, we'll see what that ends up looking like. We are full in Waldbrand right now, and I want to take a look at our armies here. So recruits missing, recruits missing, recruits missing, equipment missing for the polearm militia. So we definitely need some halberds, and I believe we are working on that right now. In our blacksmith, we are working on making halberds. Yes. So we need iron slabs and planks for that. Noted. We should have some iron slabs coming in, right? That's our saw pit. Trading post. Trade. And then we go under crafting materials. Iron slabs are set to import, and I want to have a surplus of 5 of them. We currently have 3. So the blacksmith should definitely be working. Waiting, and going home. Perhaps we are lacking the planks. Hey, saw pit, are you working? You are. And you've got 4 out of 5 logs here. Let's drop this construction reserve down to like 10. I don't think we need 30. So that'll be fine. Well, in theory, the blacksmith should be making polearms at this point. In theory. We are going to need some polearms for that, and we might just be lacking storage space. That is a theoretical possibility. We're working on trying to do more trading over here, but the small stable is finished here. I'm going to put a family into the trading post, and we're going to put another family there once we get one, but we're not going to. So we would have to construct additional burgages out over here. That is reasonably fine. We can do that. But we would need a family assigned to construction for it. So that would go something approximately like that. That's going to be a fair amount of burgages, no doubt about it. And we could have this family be assigned to construction, and then future families can fill out our trading post. I feel like that's reasonably okay. So up here in Nuslo, we are at 2 months of fuel. This woodcutter's lodge is still cutting wood, and we've got 3 families in our charcoal kiln. The question is, we're down to 85 firewood right now. Okay. I feel like we need another family or 2 in our woodcutter's lodge. Which, of course, means that we need to expand our burgages a little bit. So this would be, like, down over here, and then we would have it come up like this. No backyards. Because I have a feeling that between all of this food production in our backyards and our farm setup here, we should be okay to have a few extra families here. I'm not too concerned right now about food here. Fuel is a concern, to be sure. And who do we want to pull from in order to do that? Forester's Hut is a potential possibility. It definitely is. Or, right now, foragers. We don't need 4 families assigned to foraging right now. There's nothing for them to forage. It's winter. So that seems good. We can have them be focused on the construction. Excellent. So they're going to do exactly that. Now, we hop back over to Waldbrand, and we're on 4 months of food. We do have 3 families grinding away in the windmill, and that seems okay. And we've got 3 families baking away in the communal oven. So we should have pretty good amounts of food here. Stocks damaged by weather in the food stall. Okay, that's fine. So this looks reasonable for right now. We're going to get these fields under better cultivation once we get the oxen going over here. So that'll be in the spring. Out over this way, we managed to get everything except for... we didn't get this field sown. Right, we didn't do that. How are we doing right now on our livestock stable space? We could definitely do a little bit more. I'd like to upgrade this to a small stable. We'll get going on that. And I would like to import a new horse, or rather a new ox. But of course we don't have the gold for that over here because we're not currently trading. So we do need to have our population grow here. That is the primary goal at this moment. So no problem whatsoever there. It is now about time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue working on this. Hopefully I don't forget that I removed the woodcutter from over here. Hopefully I don't forget that I removed this woodcutter, because that could be a problem later on. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.